Before we start, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Simon Stock, and I am a 2018 psychology student. In this change, I will present the self-efficacy of an athlete. Let me start it. In this slide, I will introduce about self-efficacy theories from some experts. First, Bandura argues that self-efficacy is a belief held by individuals about their abilities. Alvesol also argues that self-efficacy can be obtained, changed, increased, or decreased by the existence of social models or role models that are observed by individuals. In a study conducted by Hapsari and Sakti, it was explained that mentality is one of the important factors that is needed by an athlete. And then the question is, how can this self-efficacy affect or have an impact on an athlete? To answer the question above, we will first understand what the purpose of this article is. The purpose is to be able to find out how self-efficacy can have an impact or influence on an athlete. This article is written with the hope that it can be used to find out the reasons for the formation of an athlete's self-efficacy and can be used as a reference to improve or look for self-efficacy problems experienced by an athlete. In finding the data needed for this article, the author uses a literature study based on several related previous journals. Research conducted by Kusuma Dewi showed a negative relationship between the level of anxiety and self-efficacy in swimming athletes. In this research, it was shown that anxiety is more common in female athletes because they are more easily affected by pressures that cause stressors. The age range 10 until 17 years old is the age range of adolescence, where it can affect psychological conditions. This can happen because at the age of adolescence, a person's psychological condition is unstable. Hapsari and Sakti proved through their research that there is a positive relationship between leadership style and self-efficacy in Taekwondo athletes in Semarang. Research conducted by Christiana also shows that peer modeling can improve individual academic efficacy in mastering English language skills. We can see that research conducted by Alim shows that self-efficacy has no relationship with the achievement of an athlete, but self-efficacy has an effect of 22.6% for junior athletes and 13.4% for senior athletes. The study explains that the psychology of a tennis athlete is influenced by the experience of competing. The influence given by self-efficacy on the achievement of a junior athlete is greater because a young athlete doesn't have much pressure as a senior athlete, so they can play more comfortably and bring out their best abilities. Furthermore, Bandura argues that individual self-efficacy can be formed due to individual experiences of others, individual psychological conditions, and verbal persuasion. Based on the literature study that has been done by the author, it shows that self-efficacy can be increased along with age increasing. Research conducted by Alim shows that psychology of a tennis athlete can be influenced by competitive experience, indicating that athletes' self-efficacy can be influenced by the athlete's competitive experience. This is in accordance with the sources of information that can form individual self-efficacy according to Bandura. First is the successful experience of the individual, and then the second is living the events experienced by others as if experienced by oneself. Research conducted by Christiana 2018 shows that there is success in increasing a student's self-efficacy by applying peer modeling in mastering English skills at universities in the city of Medion. So that peer modeling can be used as a way to increase the self-efficacy of an athlete when it is declining. Conclusion: individual self-efficacy can be formed from four factors, namely individual experiences of others, individual psychological conditions, and then the last is verbal persuasion. For the example that can affect self-efficacy is anxiety, that can affect self-efficacy of an individual to be lower, and the athlete's perception of the leadership style of a coach is one of the factors that can increase the self-efficacy of an athlete. The more often an athlete competes, it can make the self-efficacy of an athlete better. This is supported by research showing that competitive experience can affect the psychology of an athlete, and the self-efficacy is one of the factors that has the greatest influence on the psychological state of an athlete. And then the last one is that peer modeling can be used as a solution to increase an athlete's self-efficacy if his or her self-efficacy is decreasing. Any questions so far? Hmm. What is the problem with the chosen team? Based on what happened in reality, there are many young athletes in Indonesia who have very good abilities. Realizing this make them often judge their abilities quite high. However, they are often not able to demonstrate their abilities according to what they value. Although, although there are although there are some athletes who do not rate their abilities too highly, but at the time of competition they are able to bring out their abilities well. That is the thing that encouraged the author to write an article about self-efficacy of an athlete. Is that enough? Any questions more? If it's not, I will finish this presentation. Thank you for the attention.